Obviously, Stanford is a very talented football team, another team that is an older team, very well coached, a lot of respect for them from top to bottom. And they have a team that has played very well last week and had a tough football game and found a way to be able to win it. They're a physical team on both sides, offense and defense. The schemes are very good, and their kids are well coached, and they're smart young men that stay in the right spots and play the game the way it's supposed to be played. And so it'll be a great challenge for us, and we look forward to preparing for it.
Do you find a lot of similarities in maybe Michigan and Stanford, the way they play, and just the physical nature of both of those teams?
Yes, absolutely, agree. They want to be physical. They want to play action pass when they're given the opportunity. They will do a little bit more within than Michigan did, as far as if Michigan was going to get into an 11 personnel, so 3 wide receivers and 1 tight end, then they would get into that, and they would build those formations with 3 wide receivers at that point. Stanford, on the other hand, is going to stay with that tight end in the field and possibly the other wide receiver, the other running back at times, and then flex them out that way. So it's you don't see the subs to get to the spread offense as much with Stanford. They'll play with their base people, but there's a mindset of physicality, downhill run game. It's been that way with Stanford for a long time, and I'm sure that's not going to change at any time this year because they're pretty talented up front on that offensive line and some good backs that know how to run those plays. He's experienced. He's very talented. The experience that he brings to the table it's invaluable. You get reps underneath your belt, and he's also a very talented runner, in my opinion. When he wants to take those spots and get out, he knows when to pick the spots. He knows how to protect himself, and he's been very effective at that. I think that's probably allowed them, I haven't studied a bunch of past years, but I'm sure it's allowed them to feel good about letting him get out and run a little bit. And a couple times this year, they've actually run kind of a QB sweep, similar to one that we scored on in the game with Seth. So he's a well-rounded, experienced guy with some very talented kids around him, and he's in tremendous command of that offense also. There's not a lot of things he hasn't seen, and there's not a lot of offense that's going to be called where he's not very comfortable, obviously, producing.